no, another 21,800 trucks have been sold. Class 8 trucks have been sold in the month of September. What does this mean? Lower freight rates. In September 2024, Class 8 truck sales dropped 1.9%. I thought it was going to drop a lot more. Compared to last year, 21,813 power units were sold. Now, which OEM sold the most? Is it the Kenworths, the Western Stars, the Peterbilts, the Volvos? Well, I'll give you all the stats in this video in just a few minutes. All right, so some good news for us carriers. Truck sales are actually down 12.3% year over year. What does this mean? So if you take the month of January to and including September of 2023 and you compare those numbers from January to the end of September of 2024, in total 12.3% we are down, which is great news for us carriers. We want that number to be as low as possible. Why? Because if there's less trucks entering the market, then maybe we'll give the chance for freight rates to finally go up. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering where we are with freight rates, so let's give you that information. The van division currently in the first 2 weeks of October is currently sitting at $2.02 per mile round trip, okay, as a national average. Now, in September, we closed off at $1.97. That is horrific numbers and probably the lowest we've ever seen them in the last 18 months. But you can see that there is a shift trending in the right direction. And now with Halloween around the corner, plus all the temperature controlled service that's going to start coming out with the Protect from Free service, we truly believe that those numbers are going to start sliding up. And usually October and November are good months for trucking. Now, in the Reefer division, you got $2.36 per mile. Now, that has been a decline for 4 months straight. So you can see here, July, $2.44 per mile. In August, $2.40 per mile. September, $2.38. And now October, $2.36. That Reefer division is slowly starting to come down. Now, the only good news I think we have, well, number one is that the Class 8 trucks have decreased, but also there's a significant drop in diesel prices when comparing it to this time last year. So currently the national average is $3.58 per mile, and we feel that the closer we are going to be heading into elections, hopefully the lower this number is going to get. How long is it going to stay? I have no idea. I think it all depends on who's going to win these elections. All right, so who has the most gain and who has the most losses when it comes to selling these Class 8 trucks? So let's break it down by OEM. So we can see that Freightliner maintained its market leadership, selling 8,137 trucks, capturing 37%. That is 1 out of every 3 trucks is a Freightliner. Kenworth sold 2,536 units, reflecting a year-over-year increase of 7.5%. Western Star reported a significant boost, selling 1,343 trucks, up 20.5% from this time last year. Now, Volvo also saw growth with 2,090 units sold, a rise of 4.6%. Well, if all these companies are going up, who in the world went down? Well, Mack Trucks sold 1,765 units. They are down 6.4%. And then Peterbilt faced challenges, selling 2,640 power units, down 2.4%. Overall, Class 8 trucks are down 12.3%, like I mentioned before, year over year, signaling continued market challenges. When it comes to used truck sales, they have never been cheaper. I have not seen yet an uptick in used markets. Both the dry vans, reefers, and flatbeds, you can get them at record low prices. And same thing for the tractors. Used tractors, 3-4 years old. I constantly do the videos at the Ritchie Brothers auctions on the resale value of used power units. So if you're liking these videos, make sure you watch that video, because you can actually see how much you can pick up a 3-year-old used power unit for. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I'm Ronen, and I'll catch you in my next one.